really starting to pick up here in the second quarter.
Well, the lead being maintained will not be a problem if they keep shooting the way they have so far.
Here's Parsons. He sinks the 11-footer.
The offense has a better flow, and it actually looks better here in the second quarter.
Yeah, they've steadied themselves a little bit, trying to close this gap.
Back to Wall. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down. Clark, some serious agility coming out of the backcourt.
You know, that bucket might count for a little more than 2 points when he finishes with that kind of flurry.
Yeah, against a D that was already reeling a little bit. That was like a body blow. Sloppy defense there. You can't let him get the ball in his hands down there.
Well, when he does, that's an automatic bucket.
George with the ball. Working on Thompson. Here's Wall. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got his 5th assist in this one. Burke kicks to Parsons.
Oh, how about that basketball, man? Wow. Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark. Brilliant throwdown.
Yeah, just exerting his authority out there.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. Chandler Parsons, a second-round pick by the Rockets out of Florida back in 2011. Steve, what a find.
Yeah, I mean, from day one, he looked ready to play at the NBA level. I mean, the speed wasn't too much for him. His skill level translated beautifully. And he's improved every season. His three-point shooting is getting better. But the ability to do so many things makes him a very effective player.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Amari Stoudemire, who's checked in for Johnson. Hood comes in for Ben McLemore. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Burke.
And Parsons, he's 6'10", maybe 6'9". 6'10" might be a stretch, but he's a good athlete, has a tight handle. I think the more open style of play in the NBA suits his strengths as a player who likes to attack in transition and is able to get to the rim and has a really good basketball IQ, too.
Plays with great confidence.
He really does.
George with no one around. No good from outside.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots just have not dropped for him today.
Back to Wall. Feeds to Plumlee. And stolen by Hood. Here's Joseph. No good. Excellent D there from George. And Chandler likes to play in the move, even in the half court. He'll back up off the three-point line and get a running start on his defender.
He's got a lot of game.
He does.
That was an awfully risky pass, guys. Lucky it didn't wind up as a steal.
Well, it nearly did wind up as a steal, but no harm done in the end. They hang on to possession.
Kent Bazemore's checked in for New Orleans. Morris checked in for Washington. Back to George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Releases from 15. That's short off the rim. Pelicans trailed by 6. And Joseph gets it to Bazemore. From outside, off the mark.
Well contested shot, and they did an excellent job of not fouling the shooter.
Defense is about effort and commitment and discipline. He's a good defender because of those things.
It's tipped. It's stolen by Stoudemire. Bazemore dishes to Parsons. Into Stoudemire. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 29 seconds left here in the second. Back to George. Smith wide open. He fires. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. And that's now 18 points for J.R. Smith. And here is Joseph. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. In the corner, Bazemore with it. No good on the buzzer beater. And so we wrap up the first half. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third.
Talk about great numbers for Smith. 18 points, and he's drained 3 3-point bombs so far.
Tell you what, he should not hesitate to keep firing from out there because he's got the touch tonight.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. You have to like what we're seeing from J.R. Smith.
Well, he created a lot of opportunities for himself in the first couple of quarters. And I'll tell you what, he was smart with his shot making, too. He really took good ones.
You know, points per shot attempted is really one of the undervalued stats in the game, and it's a real measurement of efficient scoring.
We've got Burke. Amir Johnson is out there with Anthony Davis. Then there's Chandler Parsons. And it's Thompson in at the 2. So that's the group out there for New Orleans.
Down here in the Bayou, the Pelicans were a much deadlier team shooting the ball. They really shot well from outside when they played in this building.
So it's the Wizards now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Watch sets the pick for Wall. Got a piece of it. Now the feed to Blatch. Wall passes to Blatch. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got 6 assists now in the game. Kicks to Parsons. There's the dish to Johnson. Puts up the baby hook. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Johnson's got 10 points in the game. Here's Smith. Another one falls for Washington.
Assist from Edwin.
Now Burke. Davis setting the pick for Burke. He kicks to Davis. It's hauled in by Gordon. Wizards leading by 6. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Amir Johnson. That's his first foul. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Dishes it to Moore. Smith on the wing. No good from outside. For New Orleans, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Burke kicks to Johnson. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. Wizards on D. 6-point game. It's Thompson off the drive.
He's really lacking in confidence out there. 0 field goals made so far in this game. That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Any extra possessions that you can get, either through steals or rebounds, are so critical in this game.
Wall's shot is off.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Burke dishes to Parsons. Moore against Davis. Just 5 to shoot. They get it back. Misses in close. Wizards leading by 6. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. And Wall kicks to Moore. And again, Washington no good. The Pelicans shooting a pretty brutal 29% since the break. Burke, the pass to Thompson. He dishes it to Davis. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Anthony Davis with a historic second season. His numbers comparable to some of the all-time greats. The highest player efficiency rating ever for a player his age.
And Davis becoming a go-to scorer in year 2. Showing real comfort as an isolation scorer. In other words, having plays called for him where he just goes one-on-one. In fact, among players his age, with his volume of offense, he leads that group as the most efficient scorer in history. Well, he just didn't make the catch, didn't look the ball into his hands. He must have thought the ball was going somewhere else.
And Washington making a change here. Plumlee's checked in. Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. Anthony Davis, one of only 6 players since 1980 to post a 40-point, 20-rebound, 3-block shot game. I mean, it was amazing. He, in fact, along with Shaq, Steve, the only 2 to do it before the age of 26.
Yeah, and also, you know, those 2, the only players since 1980 to have a streak of 6 games with at least 28 points, 9 rebounds, and 1 block, and I memorized that last night.
Yeah, right, exactly. Here you go with the analytics again. You can twist those numbers to say anything you want to.
You like them too, though, don't you, Kevin?
I do, but they need to be balanced out, Kevin. You know I'm not going to go overboard with the analytics.
The pass to George. Oh, good on the 3. Pelicans trailed by 3. And Parsons slings it in.
Hang time on that rim, put some whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
Oh, boy. Whipped cream, cherry on top. It always comes back to dessert.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Pelicans.
Their activity at the defensive end, Kevin, has been really impressive. Attacking and coming away with steals.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
And another miss by Washington. And here's New Orleans now. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Burke dishes to Thompson. Kicks it out to Parsons. Back to Thompson. Here's Burke. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving. Defense hasn't been able to set up.
And George, here we go. Rim is shaking.
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Still, I mean, startling that he'd even try that right now.
And Parsons kicks to Burke. Ball's knocked loose. Tries to keep it alive. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. And McLemore, he's checked in for New Orleans. Just 5 to shoot. 3-pointer. Puts up the baby hook. Another one called for New Orleans.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Now taking advantage of the defense, really pounding it down low.
Passes to Moore. Outside, George. Kept alive. Kick out to Moore. Launches it. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Johnson's got his 5th rebound in this one.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half. Still bageled in the second.
That one falls coming off Burke's feet. Burke's got 6 assists in the game.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
And George, here we go. It's tipped. Here's McLemore. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the official.
The Pelicans have made a little more than half their free throws today, 7 of 12.
Well, Ben McLemore seen as perhaps a steal when the Kings selected him 7th overall in last year's draft, but his rookie season was a colossal disappointment, defensively and offensively. He really struggled to contribute.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Amari Stoudemire is